I am Charles, and I'm an artist. I love to paint most anything, but my favorite subject is the female figure. They're vulnerable, but yet they're at their most feminine when you see the whole body. Your model is the inspiration for the painting and the subject of the painting, all wrapped up in one beautiful body.
I'm Kat, and I am Charles' model. I would say that Charles has probably got hundreds of paintings of naked ladies.
When you walk into the studio now, I don't have that much open space anymore, because like here, I started filling it up with stuff. It's perverse because it defeats my original purpose in buying that big building. Painting is the primary motivating force in my life, and I've lost the space to paint in.
I'm Bo, and Charles is my father. This stuff is just like prison bars. They're just getting tighter and tighter. That's gonna mess with you mentally.
I'm Bonnie. Charles is my father. My dad wasn't always a hoarder. When he and my mom were married, the house wasn't cluttered. He definitely had a lot of books and art supplies, but they stayed in his studio.
I'm Ginger, Charlie's ex-wife. When we were married, the clutter never was an issue. We were very happy together. Our early marriage was the happiest I'd ever been. He couldn't handle seeing me in pain, and he withdrew from me. He barely spoke to me. I sought attention from somebody else. When I confessed that I had done that, he really flipped out.
What started my father down this hoarding path was just the losing his family, and I think hoarding became the new way to make himself happy.
The hoarding does affect my dad's well-being because he can't create, and that's such a core thing for him.
Painting is the bedrock, like the Grand Canyon. Hard, and it sustains you. And it seems like the hoarding is taking my purpose away from me.
I'm not gonna let anything get in the way of my dad's painting. If I gotta wreck that place, if I had to take a bulldozer to all that's in there right now, I will.
Hoarding has taken up all of the space in my life. I don't have any room to operate.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I'm a professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. The challenges that we're going to be facing on this particular day is his books and his art are everything. Everybody is going to get to work. We've got a team of 20 outside, so let's do it.
I had no idea that the hoarding was this bad. I can't get over how many books he has. I'm just really glad that this is getting done now, not just for Charlie's sake, but for the sake of my children that would have to deal with his estate someday.
I love mirrors. You know, they give you a depth in a painting. That's another mirror. I'd keep that one, right?
I'm Dr. Michael Tompkins, and I specialize in the treatment of OC spectrum disorders like OCD and hoarding disorder.
So how many mirrors does a guy need?
As many as you can get.
Charles is in his illness. He's showing the classic signs of difficulty letting go.
Because every item is unique,
The bed frame
And
actually doesn't take up that much space. And it's an antique, but it's lovely. It's been sitting around.
It's not a question about lovely, and it's not a question.
It is.
No.
You can't give away beautiful things.
All right, Charles. So then, if you let go of a beautiful thing, what do you believe happens to you?
You're diminished. Your soul is diminished.
Beauty is a deeply held personal value for him, and so letting go of that thing is like actually letting go a part of who he is.
I touch that every day.
You touch the bed frame
in my
every day?
studio, yeah. It leans up against the wall there. I don't have my family here. These things are substitutes for them. Things to keep me company. That thing keeps me company.
Come on in and shut the door.
Remember us?
Inside the house, we start having a conversation about who's responsible, what parents did or didn't do.
But I was just thinking, when they were kids, we were going through a stage where Charlie and I were avoiding the subject of our pain, and we were just keeping it in and pretending like we were still the same happy family.
Yeah.
I realized that I was clenching my jaw all the time. I really was. I was scared to death of you.
Angry every day.
What would you just like to say to him, doggone it, Charles, if you could have then?
You weren't there for me when I needed you.
Some of the big decisions in his life have been decisions about the solitary artist's life versus being a husband, a father, and he has never been able to actually balance that out in his life so that he could have both.
I'm sorry.
I know. You couldn't. We were neither one of us very strong. And I was bad to you. And I'm sorry. I've been holding that inside for 40 years.
For them to open these lines of communication and start talking about this and start clearing the air is actually a wonderful thing.
It's not a lot we can do about that's happened.
No, you can't.
But we're here now, and we are here to help you. I would be here.
You are
I would
helping.
drive here if they didn't fly me here. I would sleep outside if they didn't give me a hotel. And I would try to make your life better.
You've made it better.
We cleared the air with a lot of stuff. Now that our emotional baggage has been cleared out, now we can work on the physical baggage.
Thank you.
My feelings when it comes to the books and clothing that I rid myself of today, that was one of the pleasantest experiences I can remember, you know, just toss, 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 toss. It was great. Now you can toss those.
Charlie's handling this really well. I think he's cooperated remarkably well.
And watch how the heart doesn't fall.
All right, so let's go in and see the gallery, shall we?
Let's do.
Let's do it.
All right.
There were tears, just of complete joy and acknowledgement of, gosh, what he's gone through, and to see him have his artwork and his family back right here today.
It's beautiful. He seemed overwhelmed with love and support, and that's exactly what I was hoping.
I love you, baby. Thank you.
There has been a change here for Charles. I really do deep down think that he's learned some things and really reaching out to his family and saying, I want to be here for you. In addition to you being a remarkable man, that I've enjoyed every minute of my time with you, you have let go of a ton of stuff It was actually quite amazing.
I am very proud of my dad. Now he can do his art and create, and I've made him happier, which is my whole thing. Just want you to be able to paint again and feel you're free to paint and express yourself and get back to.
This is truly a miracle. I can paint now and capture that beauty that I see in the world, and that I love to express. Okay, I'm done.